when I finish Israel, I gonna coming Brits.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Oh, things are getting insane in the UK. Watch Gaza Migrant vows to blow up Brits as Labour launch free university for Palestine students. This title has got to be a joke. It's got to be a troll.
Watch as a Gazan migrant threatens to kill Brits while blaming Britain for the world's problems.
The problem in the world, they coming from British people.
British.
I'm British government, yes.
There we go. Britain,
The
listen to this lovely European Gazan
Yes.
who's saying the problems in the world come from British.
When I finish Israel, I gonna coming British.
Hold on. You know, I've been hearing Israelis say, after they're done with us, they'll come for you. After the Saturday people, it's the Sunday people next. And watching clips like this does not help that narrative at all.
The problem in the world, they coming from British people.
British.
I'm British government, yes.
There we go. Britain,
The
listen
problem
to
in
this
the world,
lovely European Gazan
Yes.
who's saying the problems in the world come from British.
When I finish Israel, I gonna coming British. I gonna also more British. We are coming. We are Islam, you know.
The security implications of taking migrants from Gaza has come sharply into focus after a Palestinian student given a spot at France's top university, Sciences Po, had her visa revoked for an anti-Semitic tirade. Noor Atalla had retweeted speeches from Hitler, called for the death of Jews and spread messages inciting the killing of Israeli hostages. The French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot blamed the fiasco on Israel.
Wow, there's so much hatred in this world.
Israel's poor vetting and ordered the woman to leave French soil.
Cette jeune femme n'a pas sa place à Sciences Po, elle a d'ailleurs été désinscrite. Elle n'a pas sa place en France, elle doit quitter le territoire national.
Quitter le territoire national, mais pour aller où? Vous n'allez pas l'expulser à Gaza?
Elle doit quitter le territoire national, elle n'a pas sa place en France.
Mais très concrètement, Jean-Noël Barrot, on ne peut pas expulser quelqu'un dans une zone de guerre.
Elle doit quitter la France et ça fait partie des discussions qui sont en cours.
Despite widespread fear over the radicalisation of Gazans, Labour's Yvette Cooper announced some would be brought to Britain for medical treatment, and students would be given fully funded scholarships at British universities.
But how would you know who is who? Like, how would you know that?
The £9,535 tuition fee British students must pay each year to study will be waived for the successful Gazans at taxpayer expense. It's unclear whether their living costs will also be covered.
Mr Speaker, let me update the House on the continued legal and controlled support that we will provide for those facing conflict and persecution. We will continue to do our bit to support Ukraine, extending the Ukraine Permission Extension Scheme by a further 24 months, with further details to be set out in due course. We're also taking immediate action to rescue children who have been seriously injured in the horrendous onslaught on civilians in Gaza so they can get the health treatment they need. And the Foreign Secretary will update the House shortly on the progress to get those children out. I can confirm that the Home Office has put in place systems to issue expedited visas with biometric checks conducted prior to arrival for children and their immediate accompanying family members. And we have done the same for all the Chevening scholars and are in the process of doing so now for the next group of students from Gaza who have been awarded fully funded scholarships and places at UK universities so they can start their studies in autumn this year.
Okay, dokie. Why Egypt and other Arab countries are unwilling to take in Palestinian refugees from Gaza? I'll leave the link in the description so you can read at your own convenience. But the summary of it is this. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi made his toughest remarks yet on Wednesday, saying the current war was not just aimed at fighting Hamas, which rules the Gaza Strip, but also an attempt to push the civilian inhabitants to migrate to Egypt. Now listen to this carefully. He warned this could wreck peace in the region. Jordan's King Abdullah II gave a similar message a day earlier, saying, "No refugees in Jordan, no refugees in Egypt." And finally, worries over Hamas. At the same time, Egypt says the mass exodus from Gaza will bring Hamas or other Palestinian militants onto its soil. That might be destabilizing in Sinai, where Egypt's military fought for years against Islamic militants and at one point accused Hamas of backing them. Everybody wants safety for their countries. But as usual, the West knows better than everybody else.
And later this year, we will set out plans to establish a permanent framework for refugee students to come study in the UK so we can help more talented young people fleeing war and persecution to find a better future, alongside capped and managed ways for refugees to work here in the UK. Mr. Speaker, this government is determined to fix every aspect of the broken system we inherited and to restore the confidence of the British people.
By breaking it some more?
Solving problems, not exploiting them. A serious and comprehensive plan, not fantasy claims based on sums that don't add up or gimmicks that failed.
The Labour government has been urged to learn from the experiences of other countries as a cautionary tale. Denmark followed 321 Palestinians they welcomed into their country between 1992 and 2019. By the end of the period, they found 204 of those had been convicted of a crime, 71 of whom were jailed, and 176 of them became dependent on welfare benefits. Of their children, 337 were convicted of a crime, 132 were jailed, and 372 became dependent on benefits. The former Justice Minister Hans Engel, reflecting in 2019 on the scheme, admitted, quote, "These asylum seekers should not have been let in."
And that is talking about 300 people. Think about thousands, okay? I'm not here judging people. I'm not here condemning people. We're here talking about the numbers. They say numbers don't lie. As a leader, as a government official, your first priority is to protecting your people. And if you're bringing anyone in, when you bring them in, you have to bring a controlled amount, a number that you know you can cater for, a number that you can vet properly.
In 2023, Danish MEP Peter Kofod advised Britain not to follow Denmark's lead.
I would say no, no, no. That would be completely insane. I mean, just look into the Danish statistics. It's all public. You can go to Google. You can see the numbers. It has been a completely disaster in Denmark. And I believe the politicians back then made the worst investment ever for the Danish future. Well, if you compare these group of people to the Danish citizens, you would see that they are way more criminals than the Danish population in general, first of all. But the thing is, those people were not even real refugees. I mean, when many of them were granted asylum seeking, they decided to go back to their own country to celebrate. So it's not even real refugees as we know them. So I would very much advise you to stop taking those people. It will give you problems for generations, honestly.
So just say that to me again. So you granted asylum to a load of Palestinian refugees who then went back to Gaza
to celebrate.
And then came back to Denmark.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That possibly should have set alarm bells ringing, I suppose. But was there a big push? Was there a big push from the Danish public? You know, people who thought they were doing a nice thing, people who thought they were doing the right thing initially. Presumably, you were under a lot of pressure.
This was a case where the government, the authorities were under huge pressure.
Brits themselves are clear they want migration to fall, not increase. And it begs the question why a Labour government suffering in the polls would go so drastically against public opinion. Nick Dunning, GB News.
To be honest, this present UK government, I don't really get them. Honestly, I don't really get them. I understand, yes, you want immigrants to come in. Yes, I came in. Many people like me too came in. I mean, obviously not on a boat. With how things are going, you need to listen to your people. Okay, listen to your people. Your people are your priority. Your people are the ones who work. Your people are the ones who pay the taxes. Your people are the ones who would go to war when war breaks out. When push comes to shove, the British ones, the ones you call far right, all right, those ones are the ones that will stand for the country. They will bleed for the country. They will never let their country die. All right, those are the people that you're meant to put first. Yes, I'm glad that you've accepted diversity. All right, I'm glad that you've accepted to push for equality for everyone that lives here with the minorities. Okay, that is very beautiful. But still, at the core of the matter, your own people you need to put first. All right, every father will put their children first. Take care of your kids, then you can take care of your neighbor's kids. But the logic in this country right now, when logic dies, nonsense thrives. Anyway, I rest my case.
Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way. You are me. Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shine in my way.